here we are. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. We have more exciting Command & Conquer action for you coming here live on Kinch TV. This is the OpenRA Big Team battle. Start here in the south, since that's just any particular direction. We have So Scared paired up with Down in the south. Up north, we've got Agent AAA playing allies, along with Microbit, also allies. Take a look at the teams as they start off with their initial economy. Let me push a little button right here in the magic. Pay no attention. Gotta enable that double pixel so we can actually see what the hell is going on. So, a very interesting lineup here. We have only just the one Soviet player on So Scared. That's going to be a very balanced team out of So Scared and Down right here, as teams begin to initialize their recon patrols. Got a couple infantrymen for Agent. Moving on down south, have a couple of rifle infantry out of So Scared. Very interesting selection right there. Well, there is the one dog out there for So Scared. Dogs being an exclusive unit to the Soviets. Used to be in the old days, you know, back in the 90s or something like that. Dogs required a dog kennel to spawn. Now they don't. And as you can see, there are dozens upon dozens of oil derricks around the place, so you see NGs for both teams. Well, actually, it's just NGs for the southern team going out and capturing those derricks. I don't know if they actually are aware in there. Looks like we had a little one-on-one conflict there. So Scared's lone rifleman getting the better of it. Agent's rifleman sort of hanging out all by his little lonesome. He managed to get in between these two. Did So Scared pick him out? Actually, no. He was able to sneak through. Nothing too spectacular, so he's just going to chill out here and be aware of what's going on. Let's take a look at the initial economies. Down was able to get a couple of derricks early here in the pink, and he's going to be building up his economy mainly off of those. Yeah, it's just the one refinery, which is a pretty balanced build, considering the derricks. And we see So Scared has yet to... He's gone straight for the radar dome, so I think So Scared right here is going to go for a yak build, or the airfield. So he's going to be able to get some yaks out early in this contest. Very dangerous out of this OpenRA contest, having yaks. And we see Microbit has gone for the radar dome, but he's powered down since he only has the one power plant right here, so he's going to have to balance his production out right here. What is he building at this particular point in the game? He is going for an advanced power plant. Very handy. That requires the radar dome to build initially. So he's going to take his sweet time and plopping that down. Agent's got a pillbox set up in front of his construction yard. Going to keep it relatively protected in case an infantry rush shows up. Another neat little feature about pillboxes in OpenRA, you can actually jettison the infantry out. You see, you can barely see there's like a little green dot there. You can punch the infantry out and put another infantry in for some ground-based defense. As there is action going on somewhere. Actually, here we go. There is a hind from Microbit coming to say hello. He's looking around. This is some good recon right here, and we see So Scared has taken a couple of derricks from Down. That's rude. As you can see, here's the first airfield right here, and it's starting to produce right here. Microbit's going to call this out, and he's going to be able to see that along with the War Factory coming up. As we have some discussion about rifle infantry, the one little lone rifle infantry that was hanging out up here in the south, I think, was the one that went down. And I hear light tanks firing somewhere. A couple infantry protecting these derricks right here. Ah, here we go. Here's Down's light tank. This is a sacrificial tank right here. Taking a couple of pot shots at the War Factory right here, but he's gonna basically just use it to stuff the door right here. And will this unit actually be able to get out? No. It's actually stuck holding. And Microbit has yet to turn his power back on for the radar dome, which is interesting. So as long as this tank is sitting right here, Down is able to deny Microbit the ability to deploy any units out of the war factory. And in the meantime, this is a deep push over here for Agent. He's going to use his forces to recon. So Scared's going to take a few pot shots at the old Derek. This is almost mainly harassment, just to cause a little bit of sound. So Scared takes out a unit that was right here, and Agent comes in to support Microbit, takes out the light tank with a turret. That's a very expensive trade right there. That's about $800 for a turret in exchange for about $700 for a tank and the deniability of the lost production. So that could be anywhere from another 800 to 1500 credits. Very effective play there from Down. And you see a lot of units reconning right here. We got the another Hind out here. And yes, technically a Hind is a Russian-built helicopter, but for balance purposes, it is another gunship. Considering the fact that the Soviets get Yaks, and they're causing all kinds of harassment for these light tanks right here. Cleans up this NG very quickly. Air unit's very dangerous right here, and then he's just going to go to town on all of that, of Agent's units. Very effective play right now. Both of these teams being very passive right here. Not a whole lot of early pushes. Very large map right here, so it's very difficult to cover this terrain real quickly in the middle. So the teams have opted to just sort of sit back, build their units, and get going. Take a look at the economy, right? Well, let's start with the production. So Scared's sitting on a power plant. Microbit's also sitting on a AAA station. And it looks like both sides have elected to start building air defenses for their bases. Let's take a look at the economy thus far. Take a look at all of these assets. Very balanced so far. Just Microbit's a little bit behind. He's only spending about 18,000 so far. And is currently sitting on a nice little pile of cash. In terms of combat, not much. Microbit has lost a building somewhere, which is interesting. Wonder where that happened at. Anyways, taking a look right here. Oh, here we go. Now we have an interesting strategy right here. Microbit, or Down, I should say, excuse me, has elected to take a second base here in the middle on the far east side. That's probably why he is sending that Hind over here to check it out, just to make sure the coast was clear. And he has deployed his Allied Tech Center right here. That's going to give his team an early advantage in terms of time, being able to get the map going. Here we see the first major push of the night. Yak goes down initially for So Scared, but the infantry is going to be just sort of spitting out rockets all over the place. So Scared cleaning house, taking names. There's a lot of rocket soldiers in this little field, and then just infantry just sort of piling in. Here comes the counter push for Agent right here. He's going to use a Marty, trying to clean this up. Throws one at the heavy tank. Not getting some good accuracy out of this one. He needs to start putting rounds down on this infantry right here. First oil derrick goes down. Takes out about another half dozen or so infantry right there. And still a lot of rocket soldiers have left up to try to take out the second oil derrick right here. Hind comes in to clean up the two Arties. And this battle is going to go heavily in favor of the South team. As you can see, having that scattered force right there just did not help Agent out at all. Sort of divide and conquer. That allowed So Scared to just mop up the initial forces. And we see a couple of oil derricks right here for Micro. He hasn't even tried doing anything with them. He's taken his second over here on this far side. And now here's an interesting strategy right here. Put a third right here. And this is just going to be a bit of a waste of resources right here. Here comes another turret. Trying to use stationary turrets to take out medium tanks. It's the same size gun on both these weapons. And now we just see all kinds of defensive weapons get out here. This is a very interesting little battle right here. I think this construction yard's about to go down. Here comes a rocket soldier out. Just going to be flinging rockets right here. I don't think this tactic is going to work out very well for the North team right here. Because just third construction yard goes down. That just leaves this one little power plant up, and the barracks These units are going to try desperately to take out this construction yard. But we got this bit of splitting up. We managed to focus it back down. He's going to get this third right rocket soldier up, and that might be just enough time as the turrets are just going to go do their own little thing, take out the power plant. He's going to be forced to dismantle his MCV and get it moving. Now it's just a desperate battle to try to keep this barracks alive, because if he loses this barracks, these soldiers are good as dead. Well, never mind. There's an arty coming in. Going to take out all of these guys. They're going to catch a bit of breathing room, but they're going to have to get moving, because otherwise, yeah, you're going to die when that rocket hits. Bam! Like so. And the Axe are just going to come in and clean the barracks up. So a little bit of action there. So far, most of the initial mid battles have just gone in favor of the South team. Not really sure what these guys' strategies are right here. Let's take a look around the map, because I see an atom bomb timer has established itself. In the meantime, hold the fort. We got a little bit of a fight coming on here. AAAA is going to go against So-Scared's forces right here. A bunch of rocket soldiers right here for both sides. So this is just going to be flinging rockets all over the place. Here comes some reinforcements for So-Scared with grenadiers in this force. That's going to be very effective against light infantry right here. And pretty much this is just going to be another mop-up fest for So-Scared. Speaking of which, let's go back to that previous discussion on the atom bomb. Where is that hiding at? Oh, here you go. Down has a chronosphere set up right here. That's a secret super ability that's going to allow him to chrono units around. And I still cannot find his nuke. Meantime, here's some action right here. There's Tanya for down. He's going to take out this order fighter. Oh, friendly fire, look out. I thought that arty was going to take out Tanya for sure, but now here comes the major push. 3 medium tanks, Tanya and an arty, along with the rocket soldiers, just sort of tagging along for the ride, going to take out this main base for Microbit. Tanya tries to come in to take out this pillbox, gets taken down right there. You can only have one Tanya at a time. And here comes So-Scared pushing in from the southwest to focus down this main base. If Microbit goes down here, then AAA is going to be in a deep world of hurt coming up momentarily. And I don't think Microbit's going to have anything for this fight. He managed to get his tech center right there as he calls for help. A little too late, I think, at this particular point in the game. Lost all refineries, lost pretty much anything related to production. This construction yard is not going to be long for the world in a little bit. This atom bomb may not come to play if we're down at all. Here comes some help in the form of rocket soldiers and a Hind, but this Hind is just going to go down all by its own lonesome nearly. Getting taken down. Going to drop a rifleman. The pilot's going to punch out and join the fight that way. And Microbit's going to be dead here before you know it. He's going to have just this ore truck left. As soon as the structure goes down, it's going to go kaboom. Yep, Microbit is deleted. And looks like Chronosphere is full. Is there an Iron Curtain anywhere? No. So this is that was a very solid push in the main cap. And now Agent AAA is just going to sacrifice a bunch of units to try to clean this fight up. Microbit calls GG, because he's dead. A couple of World Erics taking fire here for Agent. Lost one right there, but this other one's still going to stay up. And there's your chrono attack right here. Here comes 4 medium tanks for down. Going to go straight after the con yard right here. If this goes down, that's pretty much going to be game right here for Agent. He did not get a second base taken as of yet. He still has the supply depot. But that's not going to matter much. Doesn't get it down in time before the Chronosphere teleports everything back, but that's probably not going to matter, because here comes a bunch of infantry for So-Scared. Going to go right after the ore refinery, getting counterattacked from behind, and that's just going to scare everybody off. But here comes the Mammoth. Mammoth's going to be able to launch some rockets right after that Hind. Send it running for the hills. And now it's just a matter of time before this base goes down. Eventually down goes the friendly Hind. Oh, no, that's actually down, excuse me. Here comes the V2 rocket inbound. That's going to take out about half this infantry squad right there. And this is a very effective push, and there's still more units incoming, as you can see on the minimap from the south. It's a very quick, very bloody match right here for the North team. Here comes the construction yard. Down it goes. Even if he was able to get an MCV up and try to send it running south, it would beat an incoming invasion force. Makes, some sort of force right there. More reinforcements coming for down from his second base, but you might be able to get this done right here. Those biplanes showing off, coming through. Very quick, very bloody, decisive work out of the South team. Right here. Just going to clean up the last of the units. GG can be called pretty much any time right here, but they're going to go in for the all dominations. Just a very quick and efficient play out of the Southern team. Wow! What kind of explosion was that right there? One last chronosphere jump just to clean up. Down goes this power plant. That's going to be game for the South team. Take a look at some of the stats from that one. Look at this combat effectiveness. Just absolutely crushing in terms of combat. Agent AAA was able to put up a significant fight, but he just lost everything. Not able to get anything going right there. Key thing with large maps is having a plan to take a second, either by pushing forward, putting a few base units down and moving your MZV, or just going for the service depot and cleaning up with a second. But as you can see, they were pretty much behind from about the 5th minute onwards. Could they have taken a few could the North team have taken a few old Erics to make that game last a little bit longer? Maybe. Definitely, long run economy is very important to focus on when you start your initial game.